Okay, we're live.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. So do you know why you're here?
No.
No.
Did I do something?
Nope, you're not in trouble. I don't want you to worry about that. But you are here because Mrs. Smith has informed me that you've been ditching her class. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's okay. We're just kind of here to talk about that and kind of see if we can get to the bottom of it and hopefully give you strategies to stay in class.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So again, you're not in trouble. I don't want you to feel nervous about it. We're just here to talk and kind of figure out what's going on. Okay.
Okay.
So, but before we do that, I want to let you know that this is a safe space. Anything that we talk about is kept in confidence, but there are kind of limits to that. And those limits are that if you mention to me that you're going to hurt yourself or hurt someone else or that someone's hurting you, I have to tell someone and let the proper authorities know. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Does that sound okay?
Mm-hmm. But then other stuff you don't have to tell people. And yeah.
Right. Anything we talk about in here other than those things stays in here.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, can you tell me what's going on? Why aren't you showing up to Mrs. Smith's class?
I don't know, I have a boyfriend, and he's, I don't know, he just doesn't like to go to class, and, we like spending time together, and, that's, I'm so busy when I get home, and, my parents don't know I have a boyfriend, so it's kind of, the only time we can, go hang out, and we just like to, hang out,
Yeah, I understand that. But, I think what's interesting for me is that when I look at your records and your past attendance is that you have a 4.0 and you've normally gone to all your classes. So, this boyfriend, is he a relatively new boyfriend or?
Yeah, we've been dating for a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
2 months tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry I've been ditching. School is really important to me. It really is. Obviously, it's really important to me, and I really, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, have you talked to this boyfriend about making sure that you keep your grades up and that you go to class?
I just really want him to like me, I don't want him to be oh, okay, you don't like me, or, be mad at me about it, or, I don't want him to, not like me because I won't spend time with him, and I don't want his feelings to get hurt either because I care about him, I don't want his feelings to get hurt because I won't hang out with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I mean, we just kind of leave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you haven't talked to him at all about it?
No.
Do you want to?
I don't know, I mean, yeah, being in class is important, but I don't want him to stop liking me or stop dating me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to go to class, and I want to keep my grades up, but I don't want my grades to suffer.
Mm-hmm.
It's important, but then, so is he,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I understand that. Okay. Well, I guess what our concern is that if you keep ditching class, then, your grades are going to go down, and we don't want to see that, right? So we want to make sure that you can come to class and that, you can be there to get your work done, because if you miss so many classes, then Mrs. Smith can fail you if she wants.
Okay.
And so how does, knowing that, how does that make you feel?
I mean, it definitely makes me feel like I want to go to class because I can't fail. I don't want to repeat English. That's not the kind of student I am. That's embarrassing. Yeah. That's not the kind of person I am. I just don't even know how I would bring it up to him, or I don't even know how I'd bring it up to my parents to even have a boyfriend. I'm just so worried about my parents finding out that I have a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I mean, like, this is my first boyfriend, and I don't want them to be, like, mad about that or, like, upset about that, and, like, you know, because it would be nice if, like, him and I could just hang out after school or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even know how to bring it up to my parents. I don't know how to bring it up to him. Like, I don't know what to say, and, like, I don't, you know.
So what I'm hearing is that, you know, you really like this guy, and, you know, you want to have this relationship. You're excited about it being your first boyfriend, but your parents don't know.
Yeah, they don't. You're not gonna.
You don't know what to tell them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, like, I don't want to, like, I mean, I want to make sure I'm getting my assignments into Miss Smith. Like, I don't want Miss Smith to be, like, upset at me or mad at me. And, like, I want to make sure I'm getting all my schoolwork in. Like, I think I'm staying pretty on top of it. I know I'm missing class, but trying to, like, do that. And, like, I mean, do I have to make up those days? Or, it's like, what else, you know? Just, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of worried about that now that I know I might fail. Like, that's really scary to me.
Right. So, yeah, it is scary, and you know, the important thing is to go to class and definitely talk to Mrs. Smith, right? And
should I tell her that this is what's been happening, or, like, I don't want to blame it on someone else too, because it's my choice, like, it's my decision, you know.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that, of, you know, you understanding that you are making this decision, right?
Yeah, like, I want to take responsibility for my own decisions, and I mean, it was my decision to leave class and to leave school, and, like, it was my decision to
so you
not go.
So you know that it is your own decision, and you do care about your grades, but you're feeling pressure from this boyfriend.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, he doesn't really see going to class is very important, obviously, and he, like, I mean, he just wants to spend time with me, you know, like, he's like, oh, I just want to spend time with you, and, like, we don't get to see each other after school, and we don't get to see each other after class, and so then I feel really guilty, like, okay, I need to miss class because he's important, and, like, if I go to class, it tells him that he's not important, you know, or that he, you know, or maybe he'll feel like I don't like him anymore, or maybe he'll feel like, you know, I don't care about him, or something like that, and so I'm worried about that. And, I mean, it's not, like, pressure, because they're not, like, forcing me to miss class, it's just, like, I feel guilty, and he, like, asked me to, and then, you know, like, I've tried to say no a couple times, and then he's like, oh, come on, I miss you, and, like, oh, I just want to be with you, and, you know, and things like that. Yeah. And then sometimes he'll tell me, he'll be like, oh, but you get such good grades anyway, and things like that. And so
you're feeling like you're kind of forced to choose, is that right?
Like, yeah, I feel forced to choose, and I feel like that he'll take it badly if I pick, like, he'll see it as picking class over him.
Okay. Well, I've got a question for you, and it might sound kind of strange, so just bear with me.
Okay.
Do you have a good imagination?
Very good.
Yeah. Okay. So this question will be perfect for you then. Say for example, you go home after this, or you go back to class, and you get all your work done, and, you know, you see your boyfriend after school, and then you go home and you talk to your parents, and you do your normal routine, and then you go to sleep, and this miracle happens, and you don't know that the miracle happens because you're asleep, but you wake up in the morning, and the problem that we're talking about is completely solved. You know, you have time for your boyfriend, and you're going to class, and all that. So what would that miracle look like? Like, what would it look like for you? Of this problem is completely solved.
Well, I guess it would be like if my parents knew I had a boyfriend, and they met him, and they liked him, and they were supportive, and he could, like, come over to my house after my homework was done, and hang out, or, like, have dinner with us and just be normal couple, or like if I was allowed to go on dates, like to the movie theaters, or if I was allowed to like go out with him and hang out with him after class, like that would be a huge component, because then I could show him the time and like spend time with him, and like, I mean, so if I could just tell my parents that, that would be huge, but I'm just so like afraid of their reaction.
Okay.
And then I guess the other part of it is like, if my boyfriend somehow, like, if I woke up and he suddenly knew that like school and grades were important, and that I was going to have a career path that involved that, and that this was important, and that by him allowing me to go to school and not guilting me, it's like showing me that he supports me and loves me. And like, and if he was super supportive of my education and like, but still felt loved at the same time, like I just don't know how to make him still feel loved and cared about. Yeah. You know, or like if he suddenly like supported education and supported my grades and supported me, you know? Right. And so like, I don't.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm hearing two things there. Okay, I'm hearing that your parents know about your boyfriend. That would be like, yeah, that would kind of free up a lot of stress for you.
Not just that they know, like, that they'd be supportive, because they kind of, like, I don't know, you know, they do, like, eye rolling, or, like, boys, you know.
So not only do your parents know, but they're supportive of you, you know, pursuing this relationship, right? Okay. Yeah. And then I also heard that your boyfriend would be more supportive of your academic goals. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with your parents knowing about your boyfriend. What does that look like? How did you get there?
Like what solutions do I see would come from that, or?
Yeah, sure.
Like, I mean, just like, we're a close family, like, we're big on family, and they're like really big on, like, they love me very much, and like they're really big on being a family. Okay. And so it'd just be nice if I could kind of incorporate my boyfriend into that. Like, okay. And if they could meet him, and like, you know, they care about me a lot, and they worry about me a lot, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And so I think it would just worry that they'd be, you know, like, overprotective. Okay. Yeah. And I don't even, yeah.
Well, you're worried that they'd be overprotective and maybe not understanding, but what would it look like if they were understanding and that they knew about your boyfriend? What would that look like?
I mean, it would look like that they'd probably want to meet him, and like meeting him and like asking him questions about his life, and like realizing why I like him, and inviting him over, and kind of being more open or receptive to just understanding who he was as a person and meeting him, and then being more open or receptive to me being a little bit more independent, and maybe spending time with him, and trusting that I know myself, and that I know my school comes first, and that I know that kind of stuff. And that, I mean, yeah, like, I guess maybe, I mean, we talk a lot about all the other things that just, like, I don't know, sitting him down and...
Okay, so you're really close with your family, and but you have the secret in a way. Right, okay. So what would you need to do to kind of have that, you know, closeness still of them knowing about your boyfriend? What does that look like?
Like me telling them?
Yeah. You telling them? Yeah. Is there a way that you would do that?
You know, like, we talk a lot at dinner, like, maybe at dinner. Talking with them, and, like, I don't want to tell them that I've been teaching class, because then they'll think he's about it, and then they'll be really mad at me, and then they'll be, like, really worried, and they're going to instantly not like him. Okay. So, like, just maybe...
But again, this is about this miracle happening. We don't need to worry about you ditching class right now. Let's just focus on...
The miracle?
The miracle, yeah.
I guess I would just straight up tell them at dinner. Like, just be like, hey, so there's this person I've been dating. Here's all the reasons why I like them. I'd really like you to meet them. May he come over for dinner or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. And...
Just, like, so nerve-wracking, you know?
Okay. Well, what does a normal dinner look like? You guys sit down at the table together? And,
yeah. Like, we all take turns cooking, and we all cook together, and that's kind of part of the process of just, like, coming together. And my parents are really healthy eaters, and so we just, like, eat healthy food and we try
Okay.
different things, and it's always kind of like an adventure and fun.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
like, yeah, it's this whole process, and it's like really big in our family.
Okay.
So
Yeah. And do you normally have conversations while you're at dinner?
yeah, we talk, and then we talk while we're cooking too, and like about our days and what's going on, and
right. And do you enjoy that?
Yeah, of course. Like, yeah, I'm really close to my parents.
Okay. So in this miracle, they would know about your boyfriend, and you would. What would you do? What would happen?
I mean, I would just love to like tell them what we do and like why I like him and like how I'm feeling about it, because it's kind of exciting, and like I think we're gonna go to the winter formal together, so I'm really excited about that, and like.
So maybe you could mention that there's a dance coming up.
And like tell them that way. I'd be like, hey, there's this person.
Yeah. Right. Because it does sound like with you being close to your family and having these dinners that, a conversation would be pretty normal.
It
right?
would be really normal, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I just need to do it, and like I think winter formal would be a good broach. Like way to broach the subject and just tell them.
Yeah.
This is dance coming up.
Okay. Well, there's also another part to this miracle, right? Your boyfriend, you were saying that he's not feeling as supportive, and it's the reason why you're ditching class. So in this miracle, what would that look like? How would that problem be solved?
I guess, I mean, like, first, it'd be nice to offer him an alternative so he doesn't feel hurt. Like, I really don't want to hurt him. It'd be really nice to offer him an alternative, like, okay, but from 5 to 6 I can hang out, and that's cool. So, like, in this miracle, I would offer him an alternative. In this miracle, he would know that me, like, not spending time with him isn't about him. It has nothing to do with him. It's about me. And then in this miracle, like, his career path doesn't necessarily involve, like, school and college and all that kind of stuff. That's not... He sees himself going a different route.
Okay.
And so maybe if I could tell him, like, I mean, he already knows what I want to do, and just, like, maybe explain to him why I want to do that. And, like, I think telling him that, hey, I talked to someone, and, like, if I don't go to class, I'm going to fail, and then I won't be able to do this. I think that'll be helpful in telling him.
Yeah.
Because then he'll be like, oh, and hopefully he'll see that. But then also, like, offering him alternatives and being like, okay.
Right.
So, yeah, in this miracle, I think he'll just understand more that, like, I have to do this to get where I want to go, even if he doesn't have to do this to get where he wants to go.
So you would communicate with him more? Is that what you're saying, of letting him know what's important to you? And he would understand that. Right.
And he'd be supportive, and he wouldn't be hurt by that or feel like I'm insulting him or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and like, yeah.
Right. Okay.
I think the other part of that is, like, he wouldn't tell me things like, oh, but I'll miss you, or like, oh, don't you care about me, or don't you want to hang out with me? Like, he wouldn't say, in this miracle, he wouldn't say those kind of things.
Okay.
So then, like, when that happens, I just feel so guilty, and I just feel so much like, okay, of course I like this person. Like, of course I care about this person, and I want to just hang out with them. Right. Yeah.
So that guilt wouldn't be there, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you would have time.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would that time look like? How would you balance that time between school and being with your boyfriend?
Well, I would just, like, go to school and then do my extracurriculars and do my homework, and then, like, have that evening time with him. Like, it'd be nice. That's what I'm thinking. It'd be so nice, like, if he would come to my family's house for dinner, because then we could hang out, like, a little bit afterwards and before, maybe. And, like, my extracurriculars don't go that long. They're only, like, an hour after school.
Yeah.
So.
What? I didn't ask. What are your extracurriculars?
Chess.
You play chess?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm, like, really avidly into chess.
Okay.
And, yeah, my grandpa taught me.
Oh, okay, cool. So, okay, so you would have the time to to get your schoolwork done, go to Mrs. Smith's class.
Yeah.
Play chess.
And then
afterwards you would
do homework, then hang out with him. That would just mean, like, it wouldn't be too late. It would be, like, starting to hang out with him at, like, 4.
Okay.
And, like, that would be my idea. If I could hang out with him, like, from 4 to, like, 7 would be.
From 4 to 7? Okay.
I mean, 24/7, but from 4 to 7 in the real world.
Right. Okay, so it sounds like, 4 to 7, like, there's a point where that's around dinner time.
Yeah.
Right?
So, like, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I just don't know how I'm going to, like, when I'm going to tell him this. Like, maybe I could talk to him about this after school or something, but, like, I mean, I think it'll be helpful that I can tell him, hey, I'm not going to pass. If I don't pass, I can't do all the things I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, like, telling him that after school might be good. But,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'd like to do a little bit of an activity, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just kind of give you a scenario, something that you're going through. It's called What Would You Do Differently? Okay. So, right now, we're just going to keep it pretty real. It's passing period. It's about time for Mrs. Smith's class. Mm-hmm. And you're hanging out with your boyfriend. And he's saying, hey, let's go to the park. We can hang out there, leave campus, and just kind of have alone time. But you know that you need to go to Mrs. Smith's class and keep your grade up. So what would you do differently in that scenario, right? Like, we know that ditching isn't necessarily the answer, right? So what would you tell him? What would you do differently than what you have been doing?
I think I would try and impress upon him, like, what I have going on in Miss Smith's class. Maybe, like, actually, we're learning this, and this today, and if I want to pass, it's important that I know that, like, maybe telling him that. Or maybe, like, if, like, offering him alternatives, just like, hey, I really need to go to Miss Smith's class, but...
And what kind of alternative would you give him?
Like, just a different time, like, let's hang out after school or something like that, and, like...
Right.
Like an alternative to where he doesn't feel like I'm just blowing him off.
Right. Okay.
So offering him an alternative. I would be like, I would tell him, like, no, and then I'd be like, this is what I have going on in Miss Smith's class. I'll say why that's important that I learned that. And then I would be like, okay, but what we can do is, at lunchtime hang out or, like, grab ice cream after school or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's a good alternative.
Yeah.
Right? And remember, in your miracle, you said that he was, supportive and understanding. Mm-hmm. But what had to happen for him to be supportive and understanding?
That he still felt cared and loved about.
Yeah. But what did you have to do in order for him to be supportive and understanding?
Or, like, giving him an excuse.
Yeah. Communicating with him, right?
With him.
Yeah. Talking to him, letting him know how you felt.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think we kind of have a good idea of what's going on, and it sounds like you're kind of in a tough spot, but going back to your miracle, you had some pretty happy things that you could kind of think about, right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna bring it up to my parents first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna tell him, then I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna bring it up to my parents and talk with them.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to re-talk with him. Like, hopefully be like, hey, my parents are cool. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm going to tell him that, like, can I tell him that we had this talk? And, like, can I tell him that, like, hey, Miss Adams said that I really need to go to class? Can I tell him that?
You're more than welcome to tell him whatever we've talked about, if that's what you want to do. Yeah.
I think then maybe he'll understand a little bit more if he knows that it's, like, affecting me. I don't think he'd want it to affect me.
Okay. Well, can we create a goal together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you haven't gone to Mrs. Smith's class, I think it was 7 out of 10 days in the last 2 weeks. So, I'd like to see a goal of you going. Like, what do you think that would look like? How many days do you think you can go?
maybe going at least 7 days instead of missing 7 days.
So-
Flipping that.
Okay.
Like, I definitely want to go the majority of the time, and I want to go to class.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
think you can make it the 7 out of 10 days?
I think, yeah.
Okay. Kind of start that pattern again.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, 'cause I used to, it's not a big deal to go to class.
Okay.
You just do it. But,
Okay. And then, so I think that's a reasonable goal.
Mhm.
I think that you can do that. Can we make another one?
Yeah.
That you maybe, do your normal routine with your parents,
Mhm.
right? And do you think that you can talk to them?
I think so. I think I'm just really nervous about it, and like,
Mm-hmm.
also I just don't want them to see me differently, and I don't want them to flip out or be worried about the whole boys thing or like give me grief.
Okay. Well, this isn't something that you necessarily have to do tonight,
Mm-hmm.
but when do you think that you could broach the subject with them?
Well, my grandma's staying with us right now, but then she leaves on Friday, so I don't really want to say this about my grandma. So
Okay.
probably Friday. Like,
Okay.
Grandma does not need to know about boyfriends.
Okay, so you think that you can have this conversation with them Friday night or sometime in the weekend?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That sounds like a good goal.
definitely.
Okay. So,
And then I could probably talk to my boyfriend the next day. Or then I'm going to tell him today, like, that this happened, that I need to start going to class. So hopefully, before I talk to my parents, I'll be in class more.
Okay.
And I'll show up more and
Okay.
do what I need to do. Yeah.
And do you think that you can check in with me sometime next week?
Yeah. When do you want me to check in with you?
Let's see. Today is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So how about, Wednesday or Thursday? Sometime.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can find time to do that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
And thank you, Miss Adams.
Yeah, of course. And do you have any questions for me?
No questions for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I just feel bad. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, it's okay. I mean, we all sometimes get a little sidetracked, and relationships and stuff can be exciting, and we just got to make sure that we manage our time properly. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You think you can do that?
I can do that. Yeah.
Okay. Can we shake on it?
All right. Shake
All right.
Thank you, Miss Adams.
Thank you.